Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about Lucid Motors. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go down investor journey together. Today we're going to be doing a video about Lucid Motors. Should you buy Lucid Motors at $23.70? And my overall price prediction for Lucid Motors by the end of this year. I just want everybody to know that everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It is just my personal opinion and for educational purposes only. So with that being said, let's get started with the video. So today we're going to be talking about Lucid Motors. If you guys don't know what Lucid Motors actually is, Lucid Motors is an EV company that's based out of California / Nevada / Arizona. Obviously, you know, this company has been getting a lot of heat recently. As you guys can see, this company now trades as Lucid Motors. Before it did not trade as Lucid Motors, it actually traded as Churchill Capital, a blank check company. If we take a look at the one-year chart, a blank check company that went public back September 18th of 2020. Right, so blank check companies, their main purpose is to actually just merge with a different company. We see here this huge run up all the way in February. This was when rumors of Lucid Motors and Churchill Capital actually going through the merger together, kind of been trading sideways ever since. But like I said, Lucid Motors is an EV company. They produce luxury EV cars, but they're actually based out of the United States. Now, why do I personally think Lucid Motors is a good buy at $23.73? Like, why should people buy the stock? I actually do see a lot of long-term prospect growth from this company. I think this company does have a lot to offer. Even taking a look at their vehicle, the Lucid Air, it's an absolutely beautiful car. Yes, the company has been through a little bit of its problems. Obviously, with the whole chip shortage kind of taking down the world right now, right? Their production was delayed, and their production was delayed until the second half of this year. So, I mean, taking a look at it on paper, you know, Lucid Motors kind of did go through the windworks a little bit, still kind of going through it as well. Although they did cap their reservations at 10,000 for the Lucid Air, we definitely see that this whole chip shortage is definitely going to take a longer term toll on Lucid Motors. But nonetheless, I still do think that this company does offer a lot of long-term value. I think people should pick up the stock right now because it's still really cheap. A big-time EV company sitting at $23.72. And I know what a lot of people say, you know, Lucid Motors is a scam, stuff like that. But you have to understand that there has been a lot of kind of scam with the whole EV industry with some companies. Obviously, Nikola Motors being the biggest example. I think I was reading yesterday that Trevor Milton actually is getting charged with lying to investors about the prospect of the company, how far the company along, how actually it was, you know, and how the company was actually doing. So we see a lot of these big-time EV companies are going public with these great business ideas, you know, trying to bring a lot to the table, but the delivery aspect does have to be there if you do want to be a big-time EV company. You can't just go public with just a basic idea. You can't just go public and be like, okay, this is my business model, this is what I want it to be, but have no production, no factories or anything like that. The cool thing about Lucid Motors is it's actually a very well-established EV company as we speak. Lucid Motors actually already does have a factory built, and it also does plan on building one in Saudi Arabia as well. To define that as well, Lucid Motors actually also does have a $1 billion backing by Saudi Arabia, which does give the company a lot more credibility. Like, there's a lot of people, you know, that are putting a lot of money into Lucid Motors who actually think the company is going to go far. And I live in California. I've actually seen a lot of their offices start popping up around my local area here. So the company is doing well. It's, you know, it's growing up really fast. And a lot of people do say that this company is going to be the company that can actually stand up to Tesla. If you take a look at it on paper, there is no American competitor right now that can actually keep up with Tesla. I think Tesla's just kind of a monopoly here in the United States. You know, there's no really EV company that does really offer any competition as far as being able to compete. But a lot of people do think that Lucid Motors does have what it takes to kind of bring to the table, you know, what Lucid Motors is actually bringing. Like I said, their technology is great, very advanced. Their cars are absolutely beautiful. They offer longer range, and they're also working on self-autonomous driving technology to kind of be able to compete with Tesla in that sense. So there's a lot of people backing it, a lot of big-time analysts backing the company as well. A lot of people have a lot of high hope for Lucid Motors. They think it's going to do a lot of great things. I personally think it's going to do a lot of great things. So where does this leave my overall price prediction for Lucid Motors? Where do I think the company is actually going to be headed over the next year, over the next couple of months, and over the next couple of years? So if we take a look at the one-year chart once again, like I said, you know, we see here February 19th, it's at the $55 to $57 mark. You know, obviously, ever since the rumor was actually announced, it's kind of saw a little bit of a crash, and we did get a little bit of an EV market crash as well in the months of kind of March, April, and May. But I do actually think that Lucid Motors is going to be able to revisit, you know, those $50, $60 mark by the end of this year. But I do think that Lucid Motors at an absolute minimum will hit $40 by the end of this year, you know, as production starts to get into place. as they continue to expand and grow and good news starts following the company, I think that Lucid Motors is going to be able to grow for that direction. But by the end of next year, I actually do think that Lucid Motors will be trading around $100. That is just my personal opinion. Seeing how explosive the EV market has been over the last couple of years and how big it's going to be over the next 4 to 5 years, it's safe to say that, there's going to be a lot of big time EV companies that are going to be growing at high rates. And like I said, right now people are expecting the EV company to grow a lot, but the EV market growing so fast over the last couple of years, it's only going to be growing more and more as EV vehicles start to become a lot more popular among the community. There's a lot of people out there who are kind of just giving up on gas cars in general, and they kind of want to switch more towards kind of an EV type vehicle. And I can completely understand, here in California, gas is super expensive. We pay about $4 to $5 a gallon of gas. So people are kind of leaning more towards an EV type of world. Generally speaking, it's cheaper. Generally speaking, the technology is a lot more advanced. So people, generally speaking, are headed more towards an EV world. This is definitely going to push sales for Lucid Motors a lot higher than people actually expected to. So I am expecting a lot of good things. And like I said, this thing's got a lot of good backing by a lot of big people. A lot of analysts are also super bullish on Lucid Motors, so I do think that the company is going to do great things. Like I said, it's already got a factory built. It's capped up on its reservations. People truly believe in this company. Yes, if we take a look at the 1 week chart, down 6.20%, and we take a look at the 1 month chart, down 13.39%. And over the 3 month chart, we see that it's only up 10.89%. It's kind of been through a sideways trading pattern, but a lot of the market right now is so sensitive that, any sort of bad news will send any, type of stock in a downward or upward spiral, and especially with big tech earnings not being so well. The market is very sensitive right now, but in the long term, and I just want people to understand that this is going to be a longer term play. I do expect a lot of longer term growth for Lucid Motors and do expect the stock to hit $100 by the end of next year. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. You guys let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of Lucid Motors. Do you guys think Lucid Motors is a good buy? $23.62. If you guys own Lucid Motors, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.